So apparently the reason antidepressants have been prescribed for decades might not be actually why they work. For a long time, we thought depression was explained by a chemical imbalance in the brain, especially not having enough of a chemical called serotonin. And drugs like Prozac were built around raising serotonin levels, and doctors prescribed them under that explanation. The problem is that theory was very flawed from the beginning. These drugs raise serotonin levels within hours of taking them, but people do not start feeling better for weeks. So if low serotonin was really the cause, then the fix should work almost immediately. So researchers started looking elsewhere and found something very surprising. Serotonin only makes up a tiny fraction of all the connections in your brain. The real communication highway that makes up 90% of all the brain's connections runs on a completely different chemical called glutamate. And what they discovered is that in people with depression, actual physical connections between brain cells are being lost. Using brain scans, researchers can now see that people who are depressed tend to have fewer of these connections in certain areas of their brain. This is where it gets interesting. A drug called ketamine, mostly known as an anesthetic and unfortunately a party drug, was found to do something no other depression treatment could do. Within 24 hours of a single dose, it triggers the brain to regrow those lost connections. Most antidepressants take weeks to have any effect. Ketamine can pull someone out of a depressive episode in one single day, and the results go even further. In patients who had not responded to any other treatment, ketamine helped 50 to 75% of them, compared to just 10 to 20% for regular antidepressants. And long-term data showed it reduced suicide risk by roughly tenfold in the same group. So depression is more about your brain losing physical connections and its ability to stay connected to itself rather than a lack of certain chemicals. And if you are or know anybody that's depressed, make sure they seek professional help and make sure you're surrounded by people that support you and can help you reach your goals. But that's everything for today. If you like videos like this, subscribe for more, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye.